Hello, my name is Leah, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do fake freckles. So I'm somebody who I usually do fake freckles. It's very rare that if I'm doing my makeup that I won't have fake freckles. Most people, they'll see me and they're like, "Oh my goodness, your freckles, da 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 da." And I'm like, "Oh, these are not real." Many times people ask me like, "Oh my goodness, like, well, how do you do them? They look so natural." And I'm just like, it's really easy. Like, I just use one product and they they look real from what people have said to me. In my opinion, they look real, and I think that they elevate any makeup look. Right now I have my usual makeup on. I have eyeshadow, eyebrows, lashes, and lips and everything on. And I feel kind of incomplete whenever I don't have my little fake freckle moment going on. So to do fake freckles, you're gonna need one thing. You're gonna need your fake freckle product. So I'm going to be using the LA Colors liquid eyeliner in brown, as you can see from there. And I got this from the dollar store, the 125 Tree, okay? And so the Dollar Tree used to be $1, but now this is going to run you 125, okay? And there's other fake freckle products out there, but I wanted to show you what I do. I use this every day. I do my freckles. And, like I said, there's a lot of products out there. But I just think a lot of these products are gimmicky and you're paying for like the convenience of it, you know what I mean? Instead of getting a product that works and does what you need it to do without an up tax for things that you really do not need. Like there's the products on Amazon where it's like a stamp. I think it's dumb. I'm not a big fan of the like stamps, and plus they're expensive. They run you from like $10 to $15. I think it's very silly. But I will say the first freckle product that I used was from SheGlam. I got it off Shein like 2 years ago, and it worked very, very well. And if you want something that's a little bit higher up from this LA Colors liquid eyeliner, then I would recommend the SheGlam. I think it's a little bit under. It's in between $5 to $10, I believe. And it works very well, and it's more of a stain rather than like what you're going to see today and what I'm going to explain. So we can just go ahead and get started. So with fake freckles, your goal is to be messy, okay? So I always start around my nose. I'll move in closer so you guys can see better. I start around my nose and I just dot, okay? And you don't leave it here. What you do is you take and you dot it and you move it around. And the main point and part of this process is using your finger to really make it look messier. It smudges some spots out and it moves it around and makes it so you're not just dotting a gazillion things onto your face. So as you can see here, I'm just dotting, moving it around, putting it. And this product is just like liquidy enough to where this makes it simpler. If you have a product, like for example, like a eyeliner pen, it'll make it a little bit more difficult because usually the product might be a little bit more thick and it's not as easy to move around. This, however, it may not be the best eyeliner because it is more liquidy and transparent, but for freckles, fake freckles, it is what you want, okay? So, and just like that, like even as I was just talking, that's one side of my face done. I like my freckles to be all around here, up here on my forehead. I sometimes go around here, and I especially cover my pimples, and I'm going to show you that right now. So to cover pimples, I break out a lot sometimes. You just go ahead and you dot on top of that, and it is a great way to cover up breakouts if you're insecure about that without using a ton of heavy concealer or face products on it. So I have another pimple right about here. I'm gonna put that right on there. And yeah, it looks, once I'm done, I'm gonna just go ahead and finish up for you guys. And when you're done this whole process, you can go in with the setting spray. It's not necessary. I find that since I'm a more active person, I played volleyball and sports and everything of the sort, I like to go in with the setting spray to make sure it doesn't move. And I find it to be something that works out really well for me, because this is something you can do on the go. You know, if you're parked somewhere and you're running late and you want to kind of elevate, do something to kind of hide up some blemishes, you would just need the one product and a clean finger, obviously. You don't want to be touching a dirty finger to your face if you're breaking out, because that would worsen a breakout because of the bacteria on your finger. But, you know, you just kind of go in and make sure you've got, you know, if it looks a little bit weird in some spaces, because I go for more dense freckle look. If it looks a little bit sparse in some places, just, you know, go in, thicken it up, add some more, and just go in and dot, okay? See? Very simple, easy, and cheap way to create fake freckles, okay? And so I feel pretty good about the amount here. I'm just gonna kind of go in, touch it up, and then I like to do more prominent beauty marks after the fact as well. I'll show you guys how I do that. I go here. This is just a personal thing that I do. I go on my nose, here, and a part of freckles is not all of them will be as visible as others. So you can go in and do more prominent ones like I'm doing. It makes it look more natural. Yeah. And so just like that. If you didn't know me and you saw me, it would look like I have freckles, natural freckles, and a big part that people will get mixed up or anything like that is they'll go in and precisely put dots. No, you go in and you let nature and chance put the freckles on your face. So this is the finished product, and I'm just going to set my face with some setting spray. I'm going to be using the NYX Professional, the face glue. This is roughly $10. Setting my face. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. Wave it. If you have a fan, use that. But that's the finished look. Thank you so much for watching how to do cheap and quick fake freckles.